and passed through all hard times.
Master, you did right. They should be banished.
I have also removed their ninjutsu, but since they have been born a ninja, they die a ninja.
What's going on, traders? Happy Friday. Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Glad to be with you on this beautiful September 26th. Let's get this week finished off strong, man. Thank you for hopping on. Before we jump onto the charts, before we hop on these charts, see what we can do on ES here. Take a look at what's on the screen. Trading is very risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I do not provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. I'm just an idiot here yapping on YouTube for entertainment purposes only. Make sure you always do your own research, make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partner disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Now, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let's see what we got going on in these markets. Just checking a couple things over here on Bookmap as well. Let's see what we got rolling. Chat. How are we doing, guys? How are we doing today? What is happening? Looks like Wolf is the top one that I can see. Womp KW Wombast, what's up? Jay, what's up? Edmonds, what's up? Cook, what's up? Daily Tail, what's up? Bags, what's up? I'm going with everybody's last names today. What's happening, guys? How we doing? How we doing today, chat? What's going on, peeps on Kick? What's going on, peeps on X? Let's see if we can't get some motion here, man. Get some motion here. So we got through some. This is the 15-minute chart here on ES. We'll actually hop out to the daily, but we got through some 8:30 a.m. news. Ooh, pull back to VWAP and blast it off to the upside. I'm gonna try to get through this pretty quick because I think we might see something pretty interesting here right off the bat. I think we could be in for some bullish movement here. We had, just to start this off right. Oh, we had forexfactory.com, just taking a look at some news. We had 8:30 a.m. core PCE. That was received very well by the market based on price printing a nice crack to the upside across the U.S. indices. That's looking like we want to drive this market higher, at least for today. And based on that pullback to VWAP and then immediate pop back up to the upside, I'm thinking we could start to see some bullish price action in these markets. Now, looking at the daily chart, we know what we've done day after day here. Really a downtrend, right? Overall bearish bars. Yesterday, cracking to the downside and really not continuing. I ended up mostly break even overall with just back and forth trades down there. Was looking for a continuation out of ES. Really didn't get that. Just kind of pushed lower one more time and then cracked back up. Put this nice long wick to the downside. Now we are opening up with a bullish candle headed right back towards overnight high after a pullback down to VWAP. So, could this be, right, just higher time frame speculation, just to kind of know where we're at, understand where we're at on the higher time frames. Could this be a pullback down without breaking any downtrend structure coming off the daily before a crack right back up towards the highs, before a sweep of these highs, before a continuation? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the pullback and we're ready to head higher, right? We're not coming down here. We don't need to come anywhere even close to this area consolidation down, past the 65, 50s. And we are just going to blast off from this area. Could we just be pulling back a little bit before we continue? Could we just chop here? Could we do a whole lot of nothing on Friday? Yes. Friday, to me, oftentimes feels like just pattern recognition. Feels like either a choppy day or that slow grind trend in one direction. Oftentimes, Friday just kind of drifts. We get through all the news. We're done. And everybody says, okay, it's time to just, continue this market, probing in price in one direction, right? We start to drift. So looking at the way that this news was received, pre-market pull back down and then an immediate crack up. If you are, long biased, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. If you are, if your MO in these markets is looking for longs, and I've said this a lot, and not executed on it, or we'll see if today's one of those days. This could be it. This could be your entry. Stop below the lows. Stop below maybe overnight low. We're just going to blast off. We're just going to go. We're going to go back to prior day high. We're going to go back to prior week high. We're going to push to the upside. This might be it. Right off the open, 7 minutes in, across the indices, go and send it. And long America, close your eyes, sing the national anthem. Hold to the close. If that's, if you're looking for the long entry today, I don't know that we pull back to overnight low. I don't know that we come down here at all. I think that might be it. And this is going to be the push off. My entry, I have to try to stick to my guns on this here, on ES is not just long off the open, 5 minutes into the session. I just reviewing my data because I've traded very aggressively off the open in the past, many different times. Reviewing my data, that does not pay me. I get cooked oftentimes very quickly, and it's traditionally a very frustrating loss. I like to at least give it 10 to 15 minutes, 10 on the absolute short end. I don't have many rules that I try to stick to here on ES specifically. I apply a lot of discretion. But I'm taking a look at this one, and just based on this structure from pre-market, based on this move that we've got that played out in pre-market before the open and the way that we're opening up, this feels like it might not provide a better opportunity. We could certainly just chop. We can settle around these 66.50s, but this looks pretty strong after that news, right away. We can completely reverse this as well. We could just continue selling off, right? We could have a little pullback before another bearish candle prints. As you could see from the highs, we've been selling off day after day after day. But this is feeling very strong based on the objective price action, market structure, volume that I'm looking at. So can we go side by side, or is my 1 minute chart going to be... Let me just put these 15 minutes side by side so I could try to see where my levels are, see if they're all jacked up. Nope, prior day highs in the right spot. Is prior week high in the right spot. Yeah, sometimes these don't sync across layouts, so you do have to be careful. This does not need to be here. See, here we go. Prior week low. Yeah, is in the right spot. We are good. Don't need this gray bar either. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and run the 1 minute and 15 minute side by side. If I can't see anything on the 1 minute, I may zoom out, but I do want to get some low time frame price action going. Let's see what we got today, chat. Let me know in chat. What are you thinking? You guys looking long right off the open? You looking for this to continue? What is your what's your system calling for? Y'all let me know how you're reading this. I'm really tempted on it. Really tempted on it. Long immediately off the open, but it's not my play, and I'm not going to just completely start stepping outside of doing something consistent day after day. I think we could go, right? I always try to articulate what I'm looking at in the market, as it's playing out in front of me. I certainly think we could go today. We could just start to push higher, but I've got to give myself the time that I give myself in the morning, right? Stick to my guns. I recognize what my data shows me. When it screams at me something like, hey, stop trading the first 5 minutes of the open, I try to stop doing that. I try to stop doing that overall. But I also wanted to post this stream in the chat. Oh, I didn't even post it today. Chatty chat. How we doing, guys and girls? How are we doing? Good morning. Morning, Tommy. Morning, Andrew. Long from 66.70.25. Waiting to see if we break overnight high. Yep, we're sweeping that bad boy right now. Nice. Morning, Purple Ninja. Morning, Alan. Morning, Scott. What's up, guys? Andrew. All indices going up. Gonna give me a heart attack. I resume my trading for Monday. Nice. Yeah, guys, if you're just to talk a little bit about while we're waiting for this market to, or at least waiting for the time that I like to start trading, 9:45, at least that 15-minute opening range. I'll tell you in this, I'm gonna be hard pressed to short this. I think we push today. I think there's an entry here. I don't want to just throw something crazy on. This is pretty volatile as well. It's a pretty big movement here. It's a serious movement. I don't want to just throw a long in on the breakout just yet. I'm going to wait to see as we start to push here what we get out of these markets. But I'm going to be looking for a long here is what I'm feeling on this. What I was going to say is we got a ton of people. Sorry, I'm looking at the markets here. Got a ton of people hopping in the 100% free trading Discord. That's the link right down there, guys. I got a ton of people contributing, and we got giveaways rolling. We got a new system in there, new leveling, ranking system, rewarding those who are contributing, sharing. You got a chance to be part of a massive giveaway that I'm going to do next Friday, end of next week coming up. You guys want to hop in there, 100% free. More than happy to have you in there. No purchase necessary. Get yourself part of a massive giveaway. Going to do a hella prop firm accounts, cash, everything under the sun. Should be super, super fun. Along with that, I have a giveaway on Twitter that's ending today. No purchase necessary there either. It's just a simple, retweet, tag friends, post, all that crazy nonsense. You can get yourself an entry to win some prop accounts there. And live here on the streams as well. I've been a little bit more cautious because I got more and more scammers and spammers on these streams, unfortunately, flooding the forums. So doing more in Discord, more in other spots. But you guys will always hear about it first here on the stream and in Discord. But if you want to hop in, get a chance to win multiple, I'll be keeping you updated today in Discord. So feel free to hop in there. Let's see, man. Let's see. As far as trading goes for the week, red week for me overall. It's red week for me overall. 2 full stop outs yesterday. Small partial L on these, just under $300. Held it all the way to the close. Ooh, we're getting some selling pressure off overnight high. This looks like a little pullback, man. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see how my read is today. This feels really strong. I think we might go. I don't want to look in one direction only, but I'm going to be hard pressed to fade this. I really am. So what am I looking for on this one? Just to give you guys a little update. Sebastian just answered that question. Okay, NQ is the laggard. Flattened. Let's see. We had someone break below 66.90 and hold. I'll be adding another contract to the trade. Nice. You guys are calling out some trade ideas in chat. Appreciate it as always. Yeah, this just feels super bullish to me, guys. I don't even know if I'm gonna get a pullback for this. I'm really looking at this long. I don't have a way in off the open. It's not my play to just jump in off the open. And if I'm not going to do something every day or nearly every day consistently, I'm not going to do it today, right? Because then I'm just waiting one individual trade to play out too nicely. I'll need it to be a win today and, not tomorrow. But 9:46 a.m., so past my trading time frame, or past my time that I like to wait, I should say. Super strong, man. Yeah, my 20-point stop ain't going to do nothing in these markets. I'm going to wait to see what happens up here. CVD pretty flat. Overall, positive 500. Watching this bad boy, trying to frame a way to find myself in long here, but it's just such an aggressive continuation trade. Not to get quiet on you guys here, but staring at Bookmap, trying to get a feel for this. I'm curious to see if we get any kind of aggressive pullback before we go higher, or if this is all we're gonna do here, man. Just take off from VWAP at the open and really just not give me any kind of entry. I got a feeling that's what I might be in for here. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to get too antsy on this, guys. I'm gonna try not to get too antsy on this. I'm looking at it long. Um, this just didn't come at the right time for me. This just didn't come at the right time for me. On another day with this type of structure, where we're getting this pullback 5-10 minutes into the open, I'm long on something like this, but I just came too early for me today. Not my setup. This looks like it's going to continue, at least for now. I'd be surprised if we didn't go check out prior day high and start to push this thing. Looking green across the indices here. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, I really don't have a continuation from up here. It's aggressive. 30 points just to get down below this low at VWAP off of the open. Gonna sit patient. I'm gonna be a little bit frustrated if I watch this thing just go without me. This was an interesting quick pullback and then immediate continuation of the upside. We'll see. We'll see if we just are going to be shot out of a cannon for this Friday trend. Talked about it right off the open that this might be it, right? This might be it. As soon as we hopped on, it kind of felt that way. We're going to see if having even the slightest bit of guardrails that I give to myself to not get involved extremely quickly and break a rule like that is going to help me or hurt me today. It feels like it's going to hurt me, but we'll see. Still early, 9:50 a.m. We got some more news coming up. Revised consumer sentiment, 10 a.m. Could provide a little bit more volatility. Nothing too crazy. It's a medium impact, but I'm gonna be sitting patient. I just don't have an entry up here. I don't trade breakouts. I really don't trade just as soon as we start to push in one direction, get long or get short, and throw a stop in a really, really tight area. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that, but that's just not my setup. One other thing that's kind of standing out to me here. One other thing that's standing out to me here a little bit is CVD. Cumulative volume delta has been such a really strong tool for me, and something that I want to be taking into consideration even more into my trading decisions. And right now we are growing on a negative CVD, indicating that potentially we don't see this continue, at least for now. Now, it's not to say that that tool is always right or gives me a good read of what's happening in the market or what's about to happen. Cumulative volume delta is the difference, but it's exactly what it sounds like, the difference between buy and sell volume anchored to a specific point. I get mine from Bookmap, but on a day like today, I would expect really positive 5,000 green, 8,000, 10,000 right off the open, where we see a really heavy delta. Buyers just completely outweighing sell volume, and we don't have that. It's negative 1,500 right now. Negative 1,300, bouncing back and forth. Kind of interesting to see that. But either way, without that, in an immediate drive off the open, immediate push in one direction, I don't have a trade. I really don't have a trade in that direction. I'm never going to have one the way that I trade unless I add one of those setups to my my playbook. So far staying patient. I'm really not interested in shorting this market here today on ES. We have prior day high there. We have somewhat levels above that 6,700. I don't think it's terrible for a short, maybe 6,705s. I'm just cautious about stepping in front of what feels very bullish from these lows. That close yesterday, looking at higher time frame price action and market structure, and this push off of the open news and then coming above the news high after retesting VWAP, it would be a very aggressive counter trend trade. And there's nothing wrong with that overall for me. I allow myself the ability to do that. But I think I'm going to exercise some discretion and stay patient on a short today. I'd like to see some really aggressive selling pressure start to come in, and look for a continuation to the downside rather than just fading the high of the session on a day like today on this type of structure. It's not an immediate pop off the open with no retest of VWAP. You know, there's not nothing to be challenged down below. So patience on this one. That's what I got this morning, guys. And I really only have one shot in these accounts. They're on their last legs. I've talked a lot about it. You got to hop in Discord, hear even more about it. But I got pretty much 1 day of trading left. It's gonna be it. It's gonna be a clawback or an L today, and that's gonna be the end of these bad boys. The same 7-pack of straight to sim funded pro accounts that I've been trading since they launched. If you want to go back, yesterday or the day before, I do a whole rant about it. But in Discord, posted a really long-winded explanation of what I'm doing with prop accounts, my goals, how I'm trading them, live accounts that I trade, everything in between. And I think that context is important for anybody that you are, watching trade or hearing them talk, kind of what they're doing. I think the context is really important. What are their goals? How are they approaching it? What's going on behind the accounts that they're trading, right? Let's see, chat. No, not in need of an editor. NQ, lagging hard, though. And I don't see a lot of volume coming in. Can anyone tell me if I'm right about volume? What's up, Daniel? Wolf, watching. Yeah, let's look at the other indices. YM shot out of a rocket. Dow absolutely shot out of a rocket. Similar structure, but way more bullish. Man, ES dropping off hard on CVD here, guys. This is interesting. This is really interesting. I said I wanted to be really cautious on a short, and I'm starting to look at it off the 6700s prior day high. Gonna have to run something in micros today, though. This is too big a price action. But let's take a look. Yeah, Dow just shot out of a rocket to the upside, pushing session highs. NQ, let me get NQ bookmap up. Actually, it's really gonna jack my whole system up here. Yeah, NQ behind these guys for sure. NQ lagging behind these guys. Still looking strong though on that 15-minute price action. This is interesting up here though, guys. Am I gonna find myself in a short on this? I got a setup coming to the downside, and it's one of these where I am looking at taking it. 10 a.m. news coming up. 10 a.m. news coming up, guys. Yeah, I said I wanted to be cautious on a short, man. CVD continued to drop off, not positive. We're at negative 2,000 here. We got some levels right above price, right up to prior day high. Above that, we don't have too much until we get to the 715s and even higher. Not that much up there. We got a lot of levels down below. I got a short play coming up, and this is one of those situations where, Again, we got about 60 seconds to orange folder news, medium impact news, guys. I'm not going to do anything right before this. But this is one of those situations where my setup is presenting itself, and I'm going to have to look at it. I'm going to have to look at taking it. Yeah, I'm looking at a short, guys. 6,700 to 6,705. If we get a crack up there on news, or maybe just we push up there a little bit higher, and I continue to see this CVD just sit here, I'm going to look for a sell back towards VWAP. I'm not super excited about shorting this market today, but I'm not going to have nothing to the upside. Absolutely nothing to the upside. And this is developing into a really valid setup. So here we go, 10 a.m. news, pushed in the upside on it. Cracked right to those 67.05s. Or near those 67.05s. Got a little bit more up there. Just watching how this is being received up here. Trading the 6,700s. Decision making time, man. Do we just blast off or do we start to get a pullback? I'm curious around this prior day high level, man. Man, CVD saying low. Didn't get the 705s, man. I'm taking a look at 705s with 163 on the book, but this is interesting up here, guys. We really don't look like we have a ton of strength. Starting to pull back after a wick higher. Apologies for getting quiet here, but I'm just staring at Bookmap. Oh, man. Yep, the entry was up there. Yeah, I'm watching it play out in real time in just a couple minutes. That was a short entry for me. Yeah, you're watching me miss an entry in real time. That's what we got going on today. I should be short the 6,700s. After that wick up close to the 67.05s. CVD dropping off. This looks like this pullback's going to continue, guys. Yeah, I'm I'm gonna watch this play out, and then I'm gonna articulate what just happened for me. Really bullish. I'll start. Really bullish structure overall coming into this this open had me very cautious on the short side, and I've wanted to remain more cautious on shorts because I've been getting absolutely cooked. My win rate, my hit rate on longs in this market overall has been much better, over 80%. It's like 85%. My hit rate on shorts is below 50. And I'm also making less on shorts, losing more. That said, as we started to push higher, right into that news, there was really not a lot of liquidity past the 6700s and the 6705s, this prior day high level. And we got CVD dropping off. Had CVD not growing as this was pushing to the upside, as I talked about. Up here, off of a level of liquidity, that's a short setup for me. Like I started to say, not really super excited about taking one, but I have to take my setups as they come. This is a frustrating one that I will have to journal as a missed trade. This is a hesitation and a lack of execution on a short. Now, whether or not this plays out to the upside or downside from here, I can watch. And if we blast off to the highs without even coming through VWAP, I could say, oh, yay, I saved myself a loss. But it doesn't matter. In the long run, I need to be short and taking a loss on this in order to be able to capitalize on a gain, on a win. So without even having a win or a loss, I'm happy to articulate that. This looks good. Negative 6,000 on CVD, price continuing to the downside, a lot of volume coming all the way back through VWAP. I think this is going to continue. I don't have a chase opportunity here at all, ever. But that's a mistrade. This is a mistrade from right up here. Here's the entry exactly. Watched it played out. I talked myself through it and then didn't execute. Which is frustrating because it's been L's on a lot of them. This is exactly what it would have looked like, right? You guys know what my trade structure looks like, right? Let's say even slower, right? Maybe below the 6,700 level. That's my win playing out in front of me with no execution. So I'm not going to I don't see myself taking a trade this session at all. I know it's early. I know it's 10:07 on a Friday. I don't have a long play from down here at all. I'm not going to have another short setup. And I'm happy to be transparent about when there's a clear mistrade on my chart. And that's it today. That's it. Right there. Right back towards VWAP. Maybe I'm like, hey, I want to hold even farther, right? We want to go for a $1,500 W, something like that down here, but that's past the $1,000 mark on my one mini. Happens, not super fun, but that's my missed execution for the day. That's my mixed execution for the day. Not super stoked, but I'm happy to show you what real trading looks like for me. And that one, actually, let me go back. That one's gonna get journaled as a mistrade. Why? If I could articulate it right off the bat, just really bullish off of the open, pull back and feeling like I missed a long opportunity, not quick enough to flip bias and look short on this. And I am rightfully so carrying a little bit of bias in my attempting to adjust from being so damn short-sided to long-sided, and that's not helping me today. Not helping me today. So we'll see if that continues, but frustrating nonetheless. I'm definitely not looking long off of VWAP. There's a long opportunity if you just want to find your way into a long trade here on ES. negative 7,000 CVD. We'll take a look at Bookmap in a minute, but this thing looks like it still wants to continue lower. Not looking at this one long at all. And another mark for cumulative volume delta and Bookmap, giving me a really, really strong read, but just not able to capitalize on it yet today. No. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I'm going to grab some water, try to take myself away from the markets for 5 seconds, because it's always frustrating when it happens, right? Yeah, especially when it's just it's just an execution error, right? You know, missing a trade opportunity and then watching it play out is one of the more frustrating ones for sure. But let me grab some water. I'll be right back, guys. All right, back in action, chat. Let me shake that one off. Always frustrating when you miss an opportunity. That one was a little bit quick for me to adjust on, but got to be quicker than that. Got to be quicker than that. So let's see what we get from here. Really wanted to win today. Really wanted to win today. Finish out this week strong. Start to create a comeback, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's see what we got here, man. Coming through VWAP, this thing looks weak. This thing's taking a nosedive. Again, as you guys know, watching Dow on the side, that took a nosedive, like 200 points off of the high of the session. Take a look at what NQ is doing here on the side. Let's see what this Friday market's got for me, man. NQ all the way down to the lows. All the way down to the lows. This thing looks heavy, guys. This thing looks heavy. I think we come lower. Let's talk about the missed opportunity, right? I'll show you guys on Bookmap where this was really setting up. Let me reset VWAP here. I think we come lower here. I think we head down to the 53s. We go back down towards overnight low. I don't think we find buyers right here. Here's how this was setting up, right? And one of the real reasons I like Bookmap, I even said it. I want to become more confident in cumulative volume delta. It's happening slowly as you use any tool. If you guys don't know what this is Bookmap. My favorite order flow tool. This gives you live liquidity in the market, right? resting orders above and below price, and different volume data, which is pretty sweet, right? Different volume tools. As we're pushing to the upside off the open, although we get this really nice pullback to VWAP and then immediate pop, we don't have a really strong CVD. And if you go back in the video, you'll hear me articulate it. We don't have a really strong CVD. I'd expect something like a positive, 5,000, 10,000, strong growing cumulative volume delta. Cumulative volume delta is exactly what it sounds like. It's the difference between buy and sell volume anchored to a specific point in time. For me, that point today is about 7 a.m., right? We didn't have that. We have a lack of buy volume outweighing sell volume, and then right after we had a little drop right here, talking about it being negative, and then right after news was looking at these 6705s. This was prior day high, but 6700s, nice stack of liquidity there. We wicked above it and then immediately started to drop with no CVD, started to immediately drop off on cumulative volume delta, right? This is historic price action, market structure data, everything that we're looking at. But here's what the CVD started to do. Immediately started to drop off, right? This is an entry for me, man. This is an entry. This is the mean reversion stuff that I try to play, but just hesitation and a beautiful continuation of the downside. Beautiful continuation of the downside, dropping on delta, right? Showing volume behind this as well, quite a bit of volume. You could see this on a traditional candlestick chart, right? Just the volume down on the bottom, continuing to show up, saying that we do have volume behind this move to the downside as well. That looked really solid to the downside from up there. Just not fast enough to flip me looking for longs and maybe a little bit more of a caution against shorts. So back down here, pushing the downside, kind of dying down on volume a little bit, starting to chop a little bit, but we've been continuing lower up until the last minute here, right? Pretty heavy on CVD. Maybe we crack back up here. Maybe we just turn from down here below VWAP, but this thing looks heavy, man. This looks like a big fake out move to the upside. I could see us chopping today. I could see us pulling crazy back and forth manipulation type moves. I really don't have a setup. I didn't have one off the open. Didn't feel like I was going to have a short until that started to set up. Was not fast enough to execute up here. This was the opportunity and just was not fast enough to execute. Hesitation, I'd say, from two spots. But I try to be always honest with myself and you guys, right? Always happy to show you what's going on here and not say, oh, this is nothing, this is garbage, this is terrible. If I have something and I miss it, I try to call it out, talk about it. But now, back down here below VWAP. Back down here below VWAP. Do we continue? Do we continue lower, or do we find buyers here? We find buyers right down around these lows. We defend this. We blast right back up through the highs, and we start a slow trend to the upside. Or are we actually going to flip this into a long wick to the upside, gnarly bearish candle? I think we got decision-making point number 2 here, right? We decided we didn't want to break to the upside and just keep rolling. Sellers took this thing lower. Buyers starting to show up just a little bit around this volume-weighted average price, trading 66.75s. Do we continue lower here? We turn this into a sell-off. We just continue what we did all week. This turns into a gnarly day to the downside. Possible, not what I was expecting based on that news and price action off the open, but that's often what the market does. Huge move to the upside, trap everybody long, and then just straight up rip their face off. Kind of looks like what we got going on here, man. Continuing to trade lower here, 67.70s. Taking a look at the U.S. indices. NASDAQ now red on the day, putting in, percent change, just turning red. Dow back down below VWAP. This is dicey. This is dicey, man. Not what I would have expected off the open, which is often what happens, but not what I was expecting off the open. So we got decision-making time here. Buyers show up. We hold this nice big back and forth crazy trend. We come all the way back up to the highs. That's going to look good for continuation to the upside today, forming a nice bullish candle. We get down below the 660s. That's going to look ugly, man. That's going to look ugly really quickly. It's going to look like a continuation of this huge reversal that we've done so far. Biggest volume put in coming to the downside here. So this is interesting. I'm going to wait, try to stay flexible, see if I can't find something without doing anything too crazy. Beautiful sell off the top entry that is just straight up a missed entry. Super frustrating to see. But let's see down here. I'm not looking to do anything too crazy. I think we could chop around here a little bit. We can come back and forth. We could pull right back up to these 80s, 90s, right? Just fill some of this imbalance and then maybe continue. But this is looking, so far, this is looking weak now. Looking weak right now. Like we want to head down towards those 60s, maybe even 50s. Only thing I could potentially see here is a continuation style trade out of this. Big price action, though. Really big price action. Looking weak, guys. Here we go towards session lows, trading down to the 70s here. I'm looking at the 60s as a last ditch for buyers to sell in. We come down below that to 66.50. This is going to look really ugly. Man, what a move out of this. What a move. Again, conversely, if we find buyers here and we rip right back to that high, it's going to look beautiful to the upside. So decision-making point, pivotal spot down here below VWAP, man. We are through VWAP, continuing to just drift lower. Coming into that 10:30 a.m. time frame, we gonna turn this into a bloody Friday. Patience on this one for me, man. Missed entry. I'm not going to chase it. I'm going to watch the market move. I got to journal a win that would have carried me to the promised land in these accounts, which is super frustrating on a already red week. But that's part of trading. Only way to improve is to be able to journal this stuff. Let's see. I got Discord blowing up. Ton of people in Discord sharing trades. You guys look like you're all over the map. We had guys looking long. We had guys looking short. Very nice. I see some beautiful shorts playing out. Very nice A deal with a beautiful YM short. Brian with Brian with a wick out short on YM. That looked really good. I was about to say, of course, Ryan with the crazy W. Damn. Yeah, guys, hop in the Discord if you want to see some of these charts. Got a lot of members sharing trades. Want to know what's worse than missing a trade? Wicked out on a 4-to-1 short opportunity. Damn. Yeah, Brian looked short up there on the push on YM, which looks like it completely sold all the way back off as well. Stop out by a couple points. Damn, Brian. Happens. Waiting for a long near value area high, 46.30. 380s on YM. Brian's looking for a long down there. Just not my week. Otherwise, we rotate to value area low. Yeah, I don't know, man. This thing looks weak. Just continuing to eat up liquidity to the downside. Here we go. Session lows in ES continuing to push lower. I don't know if the other indices are completely pushing the upside. Just to take a look. YM is not. YM is continuing to sell off. Same structure. Same with NQ, looking pretty weak. Now, again, these are kind of flat on a percent day change. So huge push to the upside and then immediate reversion down. Do we just chop down here? Do we actually continue? Maybe some of you are looking for a really aggressive long down here. But yeah, that's a tough one, Brian. That's a tough one. I know you're on here because you're listening to me comment. That's a really tough one, brother. It happens though. It happens. You've been cleaning up. You've been crushing it. It's part of it, man. That's arguably more frustrating. Had I got short right in here for some reason, got wicked out, and then you get this, it's a tough trade, man. Yeah, man, this looks heavy, boys. This looks really heavy to the downside here. Wow. Yes, sir. Tough week for me mentally. Bad executions all week. Mostly wick outs. Could have caught the short if you look at as to with ES. Yeah, I don't correlate the two. I know you guys looking at different stuff. Yo, what's up? Move was nice. Wait, you can see if this confirms. Hey, bro, just bought Bookmap. Do you have any recommendations on how to set it up? Juan, I'll come back to that for sure. Really just want to this to break lower. Just bought 2 fresh evals on Apex and ready to gamble. Have some fun. Yeah, Apex is pretty much only good for gambling, in my humble opinion. Crazy opportunity for huge returns, but kind of like playing poker with the mob without going into too much more detail. But I'm biased, right? I'm partnered and affiliated with competitive prop firms, so buy in at 66.50. We got someone calling that out. Reading the chat after some reflection on taking L's. I mean, on taking a missed trade here. Buenos dias. What's up, Juan? Yeah, I'll talk about Bookmap in a minute here. Insane, man. Insane. Frustrating one to watch. I don't have an entry down here, guys. I really don't. There's really not too much for me. Outside of just watching it and trying not to do something stupid. That's the situation that I'm in today. My trade played out perfectly, but missed my order by half a point. Damn, son. That's a frustrating one. Similar boat as me. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Rhombus? What's happening? Last 2 Fridays saw me blow accounts. I'm okay with sitting on the sidelines. Yeah, man. Friday sell off. I missed my entry. Yeah. Waiting to see if we fail. Short MNQ, 15-minute orb. Nice. Nice. If you don't mind, can you take a look at GC? Yeah, I don't post. I don't trade GC, so I appreciate the request, but I'm not going to take a look at GC. I don't have any analysis on it. Just be looking at something different. Yeah, Rich Boy Trades, nice SMT. Yeah, I don't INFVG. I don't trade any of that stuff, man. But you feel free to share it, right? If you have something that's working out, you send it. We got someone calling out, looking for buys at 66.55. Called a nice short on MNQ, but hesitating to add another contract. Nice. Yeah, we'll talk about Bookmap in a second. That was a good question you were asking about. Asking about setting up Bookmap. Yeah, I'm interested down here, man. I'm interested to see what happens. Really aggressive long play. I'm not interested really in a trade. I missed my beautiful entry. Talked about it multiple times here. I'm not going to keep going back through it, but I missed a beautiful short entry. Talked about it, articulated it, talked about what I was looking for, and then didn't hit the sell button. Would have been a max profit trade that I desperately needed in these accounts in order to keep them alive. So poor execution to round out a red week with some good execution earlier in the week, just without trades playing out. Let's see what happens down here. CVD still pretty negative. We still have orders down below. Getting a little bit of buying pressure. Not a crazy jump in cumulative volume delta here. So I still don't know if we start to turn to the upside, but framing out my trade ideas back down to prior days, volume point of control, back down to this area of high volume. I think we could chop down here. I think we could push lower. I think there's a really aggressive buy if you do think we are just going to continue back up to the upside. Down here in the 6650s, but we already printed so far to the upside and then came all the way back down. Unless we chop or we completely reverse again, I don't know that we get this. So yeah, I'm gonna wait to see what happens down here on the 6650s. That's my play. Yeah, someone calling out some trade ideas. Had all the levels marked right at the moment wife came in with some random yap, got distracted, missed my short. Yeah, at least you have an excuse, Wolf. At least you have an excuse. But I try to know where it comes from, right? I try to articulate so I can improve and think about where it comes from. Mine was from two spots. I try to trust my data. I try to review, and if I'm getting cooked on one direction and crushing it on the other, I try to be cognizant of that, right? But there's a reason why I'm getting cooked on one direction, even though I'm trading, both sides. We're pushed to the upside super aggressively. And right about the time that you say, well, I'm going to stop taking shorts, I'm only going to look long, I'm going to create this long bias, that's when the market turns, right? And then you go back and forth doing that nonstop. But today specifically, I know where that one came from. Really aggressive push off the open. Yesterday's daily candle looking bullish on that long wick to the downside. News here pushing really bullish at 8:30. A pullback to VWAP and then a blast off. That to me is feeling really, really bullish and feeling like I'm not able to find my way in long on a nice green day, right? And while I'm sulking here and not paying enough attention that a short play is coming, I start to recognize it, start to read cumulative volume delta just becoming more and more negative. We crack the 6700s with a nice wick and start to turn down. That's my setup, and I'm just was not fast enough today to hop in without hesitation or reservation, as Mark Douglas says. That was hesitation and reservation, and it generated a missed opportunity. So that's my play. Need to start a Discord for the wives during trading hours. That's funny. That's funny. Good volume today. Yeah, man. Market moving without me. Let's see what we get down here. Boys and girls. Let me know what you think in chat. Now that we had this movement. We're gonna talk about Bookmap in a minute. I know we got someone asking about Bookmap. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always. Again, I'm really haven't plugged too much today because I'm just watching this market move and we're actually talking about trading. But go ahead, let me know what you think. You think we're going to continue this push to the downside, or do you think we're coming right back up V-shaped reversal? Honestly, let me know what you think now. I know someone called out buys 47 times. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I know we had some missed opportunities. We had some wick outs. For those of you that are in chat, or if you're posting in Discord, I'll check it out. Let me know what you think. Do you think we're going to turn on this? We're going to find buyers down here off the 6660s, buyers here below VWAP on YM, and down here around the lows on NQ? Or do you think we are headed lower? You think this is going to be a continuation of the downside? Let me know. I'm genuinely interested. I can't put my finger on this yet, guys. I really can't put my finger on this one yet. This is looking really heavy. Not what I was expecting. Crazy, take everybody out, trap the longs, and then rip their face off move, which is pretty cool to see. But I can't really call this one from down here. So I'm interested in what you think. Y'all let me know what you think. See what you guys have. Let's see. Celestial came at 10:20 a.m. Kind of late though. Perils of trading. Everybody's blaming their wives today. All right, I see you. Everybody's gonna blame their wives for distracting them today. I get you guys. That's funny. That's funny. Starting to hesitate down here on ES. Yeah, not a growing cumulative volume delta though. Not a growing CVD. Let's see. Thanks to you, Zach. I've been taking my setups a lot more lately and not overthinking things. Basically took the statement to heart. I'm working that for real. I'll let you know. Yeah, absolutely. Love to hear that, man. I've always had my worst P&L days after a missed opportunity. That ended up working nicely. Yep. Yeah, it's a very hard thing to not chase. To not chase the market after it played out in your direction. You had an opportunity to execute and you didn't, right? It's always a difficult thing to deal with, to stomach it, to not get super frustrated and just go, on a tear, chasing the market after your entry, over leveraging, oversizing, trying to get back at it, right? Trying to recover what you think the market owes you. Very difficult to do, but I'm never happy about it. You could probably tell by my face and demeanor and energy. I'm not super stoked about it, but it happens, man. It happens, and I know what the other side of chasing it is. Just not anything good. Not anything good at all. Yeah, CVD still super low here. Negative 8,000. Back towards VWAP. I don't know. I don't know on this one, guys. No setup for me. No setup for me. Right back up through the highs. I don't know. Big, huge manipulation moves. Then we pick a direction. Maybe. I don't have a good read on this. Beautiful read from up here. From down here, it still feels heavy to me. Kind of conflicting information. I don't know that we sell off today. Really wasn't expecting that. Was expecting off the open a continuation of the upside, making this a bullish day. We could still see that. Maybe this is the push to the upside, take everybody out that got long on this, completely rip everybody's face off, pop all the stops, and then just rip. Maybe, right? Maybe that's what we get today. Try to think about that daily candle. We just head right back to the highs, but yeah, frustrating to watch. Let's see. Has Wolf won an account yet? Yeah, Wolf won too. Back to VWAP. Back to VWAP here. Big candles, usually no retail entries. Small candles equals retail entries. Retrace to get the retail stops, then continue. Took my wife. So reading wife's comments. 114 profit today. Exited. Got FOMO. Locked myself out. Yeah, guys, this is gonna be a tough Friday for a lot of traders. I could see it. I could see it already. This is gonna be a nightmare Friday for a lot of traders. I could see the blown accounts already. I think a lot of guys are gonna have caught some of that short or maybe the initial drive to the upside. Afterwards, you're in my situation. I think this is gonna be a lot of blown accounts. A lot of blown accounts. Anyway, guys, while I'm hanging out with you, watching this market move without me in a frustrating way, looks like I'm going to be ending a red week here. Red week trading live with you guys. Green in some instant funded accounts, pretty break even in my live account. We'll see how my own personal live account pans out for the futures market this week. But if you guys want to check out Top 1 Futures, I'm going to throw this link in the chat. Here is the deal that is running. 45% off my favorite accounts, the instant funded accounts. These are the ones that I am attempting to work towards a live account with Top 1 Futures that I do not have yet. Code RDF gets you the best deal. That's going to be that one. Copy trade up to 5 of those bad boys. Pretty sweet promo from them. One of the best opportunities in the instant funded space for futures prop firms, in my humble opinion. You want to check it out, support me, support yourself, support the channel. There it is, guys. Outside of that, if you want into 47,000 giveaways, that's a gross over-exaggeration, hop in the 100% free trading Discord. The link is pinned to the chat. I'll throw it in the chat as well for you guys. Boom. I'm answering the question that you're asking right now, fan for Godlike. Hop in the Discord. We got 47,000 giveaways running. There is multiple on the table for today, for next week. Get yourself a chance to win one of many prop firm accounts that we're giving away, as well as a big giveaway for those that are active in Discord. You can read about it in the updates, alerts. I'll make sure I tag everybody after the live. Give you the heads up on what we got going on. But multiple accounts up for grabs today. Hop in the Discord. If you can't get in through the WAP link, I've had a couple people complain your country's banned or something, whatever. Just let me know. Shoot me an email, hit me up on socials, do something, and I will make sure you can get into the Discord. If for some reason you can't get in through that link. Yeah, outside of that, guys, honestly, I don't want to make this a short one, but I think I'm going to wrap this up. 10:45. I'm not going to have an entry on this. Maybe I'm just carrying the attempting to stay patient after missing a entry, but I don't have one today. Poor execution by way of a missed opportunity. I guess better than taking an L, right? A crazy entry and then taking an L, or some kind of just poor execution for a loss. But missed opportunity on that short. You can go back on the stream, watch me talk about it, watch me hesitate, watch me not take it, and then watch me recap what happened after. But I'm going to stay patient, come off the charts, set some alerts, maybe look for something later into the day here on ES. I could see something along those lines, but I could feel the impatience and frustration, right? I'm a human, even years and years into trading, doing well for myself. You guys get to see it live. Mistakes, poor execution, and I try to describe the emotions, right? So I have a different response to frustration and impatience around missing a trade and wanting to chase. I don't do it. I just don't do it. I take myself out of the equation. So I don't have anything that's getting ready to set up for me here. I don't think I'm going to have a great read of the market until I reset, take some time away from the charts for a minute, let this structure do whatever it's going to do, maybe pick a direction, and then look for a continuation. I can see something like that. But I don't have anything set up. So I'm going to make what I would consider the responsible call and just take myself out of the equation for a little bit. Sucks to end on a Friday. Red this week would have been beautiful, which is, again, why I'm feeling that. Would have been beautiful to take a max W. Would have been a beautiful profit day. Probably the largest I would have put up in these accounts. Bring them back green for the week. Doesn't always happen that way. We'll see. The day's still early on, 10:45. I'll be active in Discord. I'll be letting you guys know what I'm looking at. If I'm looking at something else set up, I'll try to call it out. I'll try to talk to you guys. Feel free, hop in the Discord. 1,000 giveaways. In the Discord for prop accounts. Cash that we got rolling. No purchase is necessary. Be more than happy to have you guys in there with an opportunity to win. Zach, this chart looks a lot like yesterday. Yeah, brother, I have best strategy in market, but I don't have capital. Yeah, I hear that a lot. Chart looks good. Anyway, appreciate you guys hopping on, as always. Thanks for being here. Fun week of trading. Tough, though. Tough. If I do anything in these accounts today, which I'd like to get the last damn trade that these things have, if I do anything in these accounts today, I'll let you know. I'll give you a heads up specifically. These are the accounts that I've traded live with you guys from the beginning. I will call it in real time, show executions, entries, trade management, everything, man. More than happy to show you what that looks like. If I do anything in these accounts, I will make sure I let you know. Otherwise, we're coming into next week with one bullet in the chamber. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. See you guys in Discord. Multiple giveaways, like I talked about. We got stuff on the line here today. Hop in Discord if you want a chance to win. If you want to check out Top 1 Futures one more time, there it is. Code RDF, 45% off instant funded accounts. Quick disclaimer, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is. Even if funded prop from accounts, And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Remember, nothing I say or do here or anywhere else is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. I'm just an idiot here yapping on YouTube, Kick, X for entertainment purposes only. Talk to you guys soon. Hope you had a better trading week than me. Hope you got some value hanging out here. Hope you win a prop firm account. Good luck, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great weekend. Talk to you guys in Discord.